Judah saw her. He thought she was a prostitute because she had covered her face with a veil. Look at this. He didn't realize that she was his daughter-in-law. He went over to her by the side of the road. He said, "Come, let me make love to you." "What will you give me to make love to you?" she asked. "I'll send you a young goat from my flock," he said. "Will you give me something that belongs to you?" She asked. "I'll keep it until you send the goat." He said, "What should I give you?" "Give me your seal and its string," she answered, "and give me your walking stick." So he gave them to her. Then he had sex with her, and she became pregnant by him. After she left, she took off her veil. She put on her widow's clothes again. Judah sent his friend Hira with the young goat he had promised. He wanted to get back what he had given to the woman. But his friend Hira couldn't find her. He asked the man who lived in Enam, "Where's the temple prostitute? She used to sit beside the road here." "There hasn't been any temple prostitute here," they said. So Hira went back to Judah. He said, "I couldn't find her. Besides, the man who lived there didn't know anything about her." They said, "There hasn't been any temple prostitute here." Then Judah said, "Let her keep what she has done. I don't want people making fun of us. After all, I did send her this young goat. We can't help it if you couldn't find her." About 3 months later, the people brought word to Judah. They said, "Your daughter-in-law Tamar is guilty of being a prostitute. Now she's pregnant." Judah said, "Bring her out, have her burned to death." As Tamar was being brought out, she sent a message to her father-in-law, who owns these. She continued, "Do you recognize the seal and string and walking stick? Do you know who they belong to?" Judah recognized them. He said, "She's a better person than I am. I shouldn't have given her to my son Shelah, but I didn't." Judah never had sex with Tamar again. The time came for Tamar to have her baby. There, twin boys inside her. They were twin boys. Look at this. As the babies were being born, one of them stuck out his hand. So the woman who was helping Tamar took a bright red thread. The woman tied it on her baby's wrist. She said, "This is one came out first." Look at this. But he pulled his hand back, and his brother came out first instead. She said, "Just look at how you have broken out." So he was called Perez. Then his brother, who had the red thread on his wrist, came out. So he was called Serah.